all day, singing this tune. My whole Dodge full of fishing gear. Not hard to see my destination is here.
Yeah, well, back on this old Cadillac. I'm going to show you guys what I was up to after I got, of course you saw I had all the doors, the carpets, all the floors in good shape. Well, I wanted to get to finding out what I was going to do here. And this is our end of our rocker. Of course, it's multi-layered puzzle pieces really, and this is supposed to go together, you know, feeds into the firewall and all that stuff. Of course, you see we've got a hole going on in our cowl. This is our AC unit. There's a drain right here, and if I put my finger in there I feel some stuff, and you can maybe see all that in there. So I've got to get in there and clean all that out, fix my rust and all that happy stuff. Anyhow, started doing some. This deal here belongs right there, and it's in pretty good shape, but I had to get it out of the way so I could fix this. This here is our floorboard, still good and solid. This next piece goes on down through here and feeds into the floor brace. So what I'm going to do is remove it totally. It's welded, seam welded right here to the other part of the floor brace. So I'm going to take that thing all the way out of there, cut it right off, and then, you know, build me another piece of some good steel that'll come around and out to here. Of course, before I put that on, I've got to redo this, all this stuff here, the end of the rocker, you know, then I'll fit it all together, start welding it all up, and then go to the other side and do there. Lots of fun, you know. But you know, it could be way worse. Let me give you a better shot of that. Here. You see, this is the piece I'm taking out. It goes all the way up to here and just stops right there before it goes to the body mount. And it's triple walled, spot welded right here, and butt welded right here. So I'll take this whole piece out, make me a piece for the end, and while it's off, I can do some of this other stuff. You can see where this piece is supposed to curve around and go right into this one. So I have this hole up here in the cowl along this spot weld, and you know, it's just a lot of puzzle piecing, figuring out how it goes back together. Got all this stuff up inside here. There's a nice hole up in here that I believe shouldn't be there, but I'm gonna do it right. Make it good and sturdy and safe. This car is designed to flex. You can probably see that cross frame, the X frame. So the whole thing's designed to flex. So this is probably sort of a torque box area. If it was a subframe car, this would be your torque box area. And this right here holds all the stuff together. You know, it ties it all together. So it's pretty important that it's good and sturdy. I want that rigidity, and for it to flex without breaking and parts falling off of it and someone dying in a fiery crash. Heaven forbid it be me. Anyhow, I'll give you an update. I'll get some more of this all cut up and patterned up, and we'll get back to it. Well, I just want to show you guys something really quick. I thought, man, I want to get this AC evaporator housing out of the way because, you know, down here is a hole I've got to fix anyhow. And I told you there was something inside here, right? To the plugging off the drain and all that stuff. So there's Jackson out there. We'll go look at him here real quick. Look at this. What is that? All this stuff, all inside the evaporator housing. Look at all that. Ain't that neat? That's mouse stuff. See this? Mouse stuff and crap that's fell down in the cowl partly, but the rest of it's mouse stuff. Look at that. So here's my little hole. You see my finger sticking through it right there. Hey. And these things like to rust out. I've got a rust hole here as well I've got to fix. But anyhow, Wanted to show you that real quick. Let's see. Let's go see who's barking. Let's go see who's barking so much. Jackson, what are you doing? Was you gonna come see me? Was you gonna come see me? Was you gonna come see me? Why don't you sit down? Sit down. Stay. High five. High five. Come on. Good boy. Handshake. Handshake. Good buddy. Good gentleman. Jackson's our good buddy there. And you wonder where I'm putting a lot of these parts here. I'll show you real quick. Just right down this nice dark hallway. Got a bedroom. Third bedroom back here. There's some bumpers. There's some grill parts. Got some trim parts. And all my kitty litter containers full of more parts. So I gotta squeeze a bunch more in here. So anyhow, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you here in a sec. Hey everybody. Well, I got a little situation here in the home hobby shop garage. If you look down here on the floor, you got some wet stuff going on down through here, and these little drips and all that. Well, I got to working on my area here, cutting out some pieces. I've got some pieces cut out, and getting close to making some patch panels. But I had a fuel line. The fuel line runs all the way down a rocker panel over to the fuel tank, which to me seems silly to have it there anyway. But anyhow, so I took it loose and got it out of the way. Well, just like anything, like brake lines and fuel lines on a really 50-year-old some car, all you gotta do is move them. All you gotta do is touch them, and they start leaking. So I had fuel leaking everywhere. So I had to take it all loose and cut it at the hose at the tank, cut it at the hose at the fuel pump, and get it out of here. And unfortunately, now I have gas fumes. Gas fumes all in the garage while I'm using a cutoff wheel. About to use a welder, hopefully, before I'm done tonight. You know, and I got a big fire in the living room keeping the garage warm. So I can't have gas fumes. I can't really do anything. But that's okay. Heck with it. I'm having a nice cold beverage. And look at here. Watching my friend Pete. He just put up a new video just for me to watch it while I'm letting my gas fumes dissipate. And enjoying the fumes, I guess. Anyhow, I'll check back with you guys here in a few. Alright, back on this old Cadillac. Let me let you all know what's going on here. Now, if you see this big hole in the cowl in the firewall is where our AC unit goes into. The AC evaporator goes right inside here, and it drips water out and all that stuff. Well, if you look, this hole, there's a hole right here. See it? It's gone. Now it's there. It's gone. That's a drain hole. So that when the AC drains, when water falls inside the wiper cowl and all that, it can drain out. Well, it was packed, you know, pretty full about up to here with mouse crap and leaves and just over the years, and it's rusted out. See, I got a rust hole here. Got a big hole here. Well, it's big because I cut it out to good metal, almost weld some sheet metal in there. But I want to show you what I'm doing. I've got a patch panel here that I'm making. It's got some funny lines on it, kind of like 10th grader lines, I guess. But we're going to slide that right inside here, and I'm cutting it bigger so that there's a pinch weld that's supposed to be there. This pinch weld, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but See, that's where this piece right here goes on. And there's a pinch weld right in there that I've got to rebuild now. So, there we go. I've got to cut that out. And there's a lot more stuff in here going on, and I'll show you that. But I'm going to cut this out and let's see how it fits. Yep, Punkin Holler Boys. Get my gloves on. Okay, let's see how it fits. Look at that. And I can continue my spot weld, or my pinch weld rather, all the way back up just like it was original, and all the way down here, and I can go right in here, tie it all together. I'll drill some holes on that piece right inside there to do some spot welds and some butt welds, and I'll seam seal it up real good, paint up all the inside of this. So anyhow, we'll get back with you here in a little bit. Hey everybody, back again. I worked all last night. Got some stuff accomplished. I'm doing some things. Had a small hole down here in the floorboard after I got to cleaning and scraping, and found a small hole. Of course, I cut it out a little bit bigger, welded in a patch, and I have some stuff from work that we use for rust inhibitor and rust converter and stuff. I haven't got my pour 15 yet. I'm gonna get that, and of course I'll do all this. But right now I'm kind of waiting because I'm, you see, doing a little bit of rust conversion here with vinegar and water, letting it soak, scrubbing on a little bit, letting it soak. All down here. I got my patch in here that I was showing you that I was going to make, and you can see it there. You see it right there, right there. It's all welded in. Had holes here, all welded in. And as soon as I start getting get all this cleaned up, what I want to do is get all this cleaned up and get things pour 15 and undercoated that are going to be behind the panels I'm going to put back on it. Now, because that way it's a little easier for me to do it than when they're on it, and I can make sure this thing doesn't rust out, at least for the rest of my lifetime. But you know, I've still got a little bit of rust to clean up, and like I say, pour 15 it. That stuff's supposed to be some really good stuff. You kind of see how that vinegar water turns that metal to a dingy color, or sort of etching it. It's a mild acid really, and it changes the rust that's remaining in the pits and all that stuff, turns it black, just like my friend Pete showed me. He was right, it's working. So anyway, I'm just letting it go for a little bit, do a little cleanup today. Tomorrow night I'll get to doing some more patch paneling, hopefully. Can't get too far without my pour 15. I have some rubberized undercoating. I'm going to go through that hole and then undercoat at least this first half of the inside of the rocker panel, because I've got spots along the rocker panel on the inside that I'm fixing, and I'll do them when I get to them on the inside too. So anyway, there you go. We're getting somewhere. Big job, man. This is just the beginning.